Hi there, Amanda Reedling here. I wanted to make a video or possibly even a series of videos doing some Mythbusters relating to the practice areas of estate planning and probate in Georgia. So, one of the first ones that we see most often in our probate practice is a lot of people think that just because you own either an account or a piece of real estate jointly with someone, that if that other person passes away, you inherit the rest of that asset automatically, or vice versa. And that might not be true, especially with real estate in Georgia. There are two ways to own property jointly. One does operate that way, where if the other person passes, then the other joint owner inherits it. But there's also a different kind of way to own joint property, and you just don't know until you have an attorney look at it and tell you what kind you have. If you don't have the kind that automatically transfers to the other, then that half of the property, if one of the owners passes away, actually passes under their estate and therefore their will if they have a will. If they don't have a will, then that half of the property passes to whoever the law says are your next closest relatives. This is why getting some advice and looking at how your assets are titled and talking to an experienced estate planning attorney can really help. Because piggybacking on that, a second myth is that if you're married in Georgia and you pass away, that your spouse automatically inherits everything from you, so you don't need a will. And that's just simply not the case. If you have children or your spouse has children, maybe that aren't yours, so maybe stepchildren, then children also inherit, and they might inherit a larger percentage than you if you're the spouse, depending on the circumstances. I can't tell you how many people in my probate practice get to us where their loved one did no planning or bad planning, and they end up owning their house with their 2-year-old, or they own their house with their stepchildren that they don't get along, and or just their own adult children who want to keep their share of that property and they don't want to make sure that you get it as the spouse. It's just a big deal to have that all looked at. Make sure that you've thought through how your deeds are titled, how your accounts are titled, and whether or not you need a will to make sure what you want to happen when you pass actually happens. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful. I'm Amanda Reedling with the Georgia Wills Trusted Probate Firm in Georgia. Thank you.